Good morning, welcome to day 3.
And we are 4 pilgrims in search of breakfast. The sun is shining. It looks like it's going to be a very pretty day today. And that's a good thing because it's going to be a pretty long day today.
That was a treat in Spain, and it's also a treat here.
And that's coming from a tea drinker.
Pardon?
And coming from a tea drinker, that's pretty high praise. So what started out as a bright sunny day has turned back into another day of marine layer along the sea.
But we're not going to get sunburned, hopefully, and it'll be nice and cool. It looked like it's going to be really hot if it would have been just pure sunshine.
Got your sunscreen on anyway?
You bet.
Yeah,
always.
me too.
Understand it, a long time ago, before they had a written language, the fishermen would mark their boats and everybody would have their own mark. So these are like different family names. So each fisherman would mark their boat and their gear with their symbol. So kind of like the cowboys with their brands. That's what this is for.
Most unlikely turn of events, we just ran into classmates of ours from 45 years ago here on the Camino. They're faster than us, and they've moved on ahead, and they're going to stay beyond us tonight, so we probably won't see them again, but this does go down in my book as a Camino miracle.
We're in town, and the least expected thing you would see are weekend or summer homes. These are old windmills that have been restored into vacation homes, and they're up and down the coast. It's very cool.
We've arrived at our home for tonight. It is a campground, and we're waiting to check in.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a mobile home, 2-bedroom.
That'll be something new for us.
Yeah.
the
Prices.
adventure.
The price is definitely right. This may be the most reasonably priced place we stay.
All right, time to check in.
That was a very charming receptionist. I had a history lesson about Portugal and America and, various other things.
Let's go home.
I know. Go on.
Here we are, home sweet home. Laundry's churning, snacks on the table. All right. The shower pressure is awesome.
Yeah. Plenty of
Oh,
hot
this
water.
place is really cute. It's a mobile home, but it's like a tiny house with no wheels.
I think there might be.
Oh no, I didn't see any wheels.
Okay. But we're getting to do laundry, and it's dampish outside. I think I hear raindrops, so it's nice to be inside. But the hot shower, the good pressure, was not the miracle of the day, was it?
No, there was a miracle of the day, which you guys will have to tell about.
We're walking along, and we had this group of women pass us, and we were leapfrogging them a couple times, and got to a certain point, and we're looking at
Flat
a
Stanley.
collection. Yeah, Flat
Stanley. Yeah.
That's
Right.
right.
Woman
He
is
was,
a
yeah,
Flat
he was.
Stan.
He was tucked into this assemblage of different.
Camino tchotchkes.
Yeah.
Camino,
Yeah.
yeah, stuff that
Memorabilia.
people were hanging on the wall. And then all of a sudden, somebody recognized us. And it's like, wow.
Turns out it was someone that the three of us, not her, but the other three of us, we went to school with her 45 years ago.
Yeah, very cool.
And there we are. Yeah, all together. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And it wasn't just her. There was other people in the group
Yeah, that
that
we
you
knew.
guys knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy. But that's the Camino.
Yeah, that was fun.
So a lot of cool windmills today, though.
Yeah.
That
those
was
were
that was
interesting.
really neat.
In the last 2
Yeah.
days, we've seen a couple of these round buildings, and we had a suspicion we knew what they were, but today confirmed it.
And it's not like what you think of, like the Dutch windmills. It would be neat to see one that had all the sails on it to try and figure out how that worked. But, yeah, they were right up on the coast, and that was really beautiful.
Yeah, there were stone buildings, maybe about 15 feet across and 30 feet high.
And now they're tiny houses.
Yeah, some of them are tiny houses. Some of them had the original wood that sails were attached to for the wind to turn. Very interesting.
So the town we're in now tonight is Fao. Am I saying that right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So we're just stopping short of a fairly large town, and we're staying in a campground. And the campground has bungalows and bunks and campers and actually people coming in to stay to camp. So it is a different experience for us. It seems pretty quiet, and I like that.
Yeah.
We've had some pretty loud lodging the last couple of nights, so this will be a real blessing.
Yeah, it turns out being just above the bar on a Friday night
It's a
wasn't.
place to be,
Yeah.
unless you want to sleep.
But so far, it's quiet. Maybe the rain's keeping people indoors.
Now today something happened, and it was a little confusing for us too. We actually, since we're on the Litoral, we split off from the coastal today.
That's right.
And
Right.
that was, there wasn't a lot of signage to explain that was what was going on. So we did take a few minutes to try to, reassess where we were. But it turns out we were on the Litoral, and I think that's part of the reason why the mileage is starting to sync up with what we expected, is because now it's not two different tracks. Now it's just the one separated from the other. And we'll be doing that. We'll be weaving in and out between the coastal and the Litoral. But the Litoral is, ironically, the one that stays closest to the coast. And that's our goal.
A beautiful coastline. I'm loving
It's really pretty.
walking along and seeing it. So I mean, some really long stretches of beaches,
Yeah.
and then a bunch of bunch of rocks and seen the fishermen out, the guys pole casting and fishing offshore. We saw surfers for the first time today.
Passed a couple of surf schools.
So pretty neat day. A lot of fun. Another great seafood lunch. Oh, that was awesome.
Bon
Camino.
How do you kids? I'm gonna go check